Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is gonna be about why I haven't been posting in a while, why I've been going for so long. About a month and a half ago, I was pregnant. You guys know, for every moms out there, when you're pregnant, it like you don't want to tell anybody and you just want to keep it private because you know it's bad luck and stuff like that. So that's why I haven't posted anything, and this video is gonna be a little bit long because I'm gonna explain to, as you guys can see by the title, what's the video is about. So yeah, bear with me because I want to explain to you guys from start to finish what had happened to me. I was very excited when I found out I was pregnant. I'm gonna insert all the little clips for you guys about when I found out, my hospital stays, and you know, the whole period that I was pregnant.
You had the pap smear done also.
Yeah,
right?
I did it. Is that normal? Because
No, it's not normal. It's abnormal. Pap smear asks us there is some abnormal cells.
so what does that mean?
It means nothing. They will give you appointment to repeat it maybe in about 6 months.
We are pregnant. We are pregnant.
No, she is pregnant.
No, we are. No, just 2.
4 years.
Oh.
After 4 years in this food do. She's been fighting for this.
Ew. Having a baby. Are you excited?
Not really.
Why not?
Because I'm not.
I am. You better be excited
And
because I am.
that baby better look like me. Cause
Oh no, look at this face. See these features that I got? Look at this.
Excuse me.
Okay, have a seat for the doctor.
All right.
Yeah.
At one particular road to us, seeking some help.
Stop.
There you go. Now she just came from.
And this is it. You're gonna know right now what's going on.
Guess what, guys? I'm excited. This is the day she's doing her first checking up in the doctor, and I'm here to document everything. Exciting. Another mini me. She's gonna be there. Now she's gonna do the urine test, and then gonna do the follow-ups.
Did you take a test at home already, or?
Yes.
Okay, what you got? Positive? Okay, so it's positive. It's already positive. Good. So you need
We're not sure.
If you got a positive at home, we're gonna get a positive here. Because those tests are a little bit better than the ones we have here. They pick up earlier than ours do. We don't have like early pregnancy tests. Yeah, so probably the one that you got from the store is better.
Oh.
It'll
We got
detect faster.
We got the clear blue one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are usually all they sell is early pregnancy over the. Ours is in the early pregnancy, so sometimes people have to come back a week later. But I'm just telling you, if you already got a positive from that, positive. Well, y'all look happy, so good.
Are you happy?
Right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go. All right, that's perfect. Okay, my love. Let's do your weight, huh?
Okay.
Let's see what the height is. You're what? 7. Okay. So you can just do it. 5'7", right?
5'7".
Yeah. Okay. 71 with the shoes. So let's say 168, 169. Okay. Okay. That's about what you were last time, 167.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Watch your cup. So go in the cup, put the urine in here, bring this back to me, okay?
Okay.
I'll do the test for you.
Okay, no problem. I wrote down a couple things that I want to talk to you guys about. So, okay. Well, it was all an amazing experience for me when I found out I was pregnant until I started getting sick. To tell you guys the truth, I knew I was gonna get sick, but not as much as I was with my second pregnancy. Because, if you guys know, I have a baby, and, well, she's not a baby anymore. She's 6 years old. She's 7 years old, and she's about to be 7. I'm sorry. She's about to be 7 years old, and I was sick with her, but I never knew what the sickness was. I was just like throwing up a lot. I was expecting the throwing up, but not as much as right now. So for this pregnancy, I found out I was pregnant at, like, I was about 4 weeks. So my 5th week, I went to the doctor. And again, like I said, I'm going to insert the little clips for you guys to see. I went to the doctor and they told me that miss, you're pregnant. So I was all excited and stuff like that. And, sorry, my phone is ringing. So yeah, like I was saying, I was all excited until I started getting sick. I believe at my 6th week of being pregnant, I started feeling very, very nauseous, like extremely nauseous. Like when I go to work, I could barely stand up. I could barely do anything at work. That's how sick I was. So, I held it on for my 7th week. I believe I went to the doctor and I told them how I was feeling. And I was diagnosed with something called Hyperemesis Gravidarum. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Like, it's a severe morning sickness. Like, it's beyond morning sickness. I didn't know about that sickness until today. I was pregnant with Mia and I was sick, but I never knew if I had that kind of sickness because I could deal with it back then. I barely used to talk to my friends. I just ignored their phone calls all day long. Like, I was in my own little world, you guys. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't drink anything. Nothing used to stay down. A lot of people were telling me to eat crackers, drink ginger ale, buy these wristbands, I think they call, like it's gonna stop their vomiting or their like the way I was feeling. They have told me to try a lot of things. I've tried every single thing, like every single one of them. Nothing worked at this point. So I went to the hospital. I went to the ER. I got treated with IV because I was severely dehydrated. And they prescribed me Zofran, Reglan. None of these medicine worked until my sister told me to talk to my doctor about something that's called diclogis. So I went to my doctor and I told him about the medicine. I said, this is what I want. Like, you have to put me on that because it worked on my sister and I want to try it. He was like, yeah, but with the vitamin B6 and Unisum, that's the same thing as diclogis. As I have prescribed you that and it didn't work. I was like, okay, you did, but I just want to try the one my sister told me. You have to be like on top of these doctors. So he had finally prescribed me this medicine, and when I tell you guys, he worked wonder. Like, he didn't stop the vomiting or the way I was feeling, but instead of throwing up like 20 to 30 times a day, I got down to about 8 to 10 times a day, which was fine for me. That medicine I used to take 2 at night, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. Sometimes I used to mix it with the Zofran. If I want to eat something and hold it down, if I want to like be able to eat something and hold it down the whole day, so I would mix it with Zofran or even Reglan. That would like work. For those of you who currently have this sickness, Hyperemesis Gravidarum, do not listen to anybody that's telling you, oh, this is gonna work. I used to feel like that when I was sick. Da, 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 da. No, it's not for HG people. It's just for people that only have morning sickness, okay? Believe me on that. Every single week, you guys, to get IV, because I have lost like 40 pounds. For the first 2 months of my pregnancy, I lost like 40 pounds. I was just like this, you guys. And my sister took a picture of me, which I'm gonna insert right there for you guys to see. And it was just horrible. When I saw that picture, it was just horrible. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place with the story, but I'm trying to remember everything. And I was also admitted at the hospital. That's how dehydrated, like sick I was. Like I stayed for about a week. Every month I used to stay for about a week at the hospital. For the first 3 months of my pregnancy, I stayed for about a week to get treated at the hospital, so they could feed me. They could see how I react to certain medicine, because they had prescribed me a lot of medicines. Like, I used to try everything to see which one works for me. I'm gonna show you guys. Like, let me show you guys. You guys see this bag? That's how much medicine I took my whole pregnancy. They used to put me on these medicine, like each time I go, they used to just offer me something different to see which one would work for me, which none of them worked. So for the first I would say, let me tell you guys, the doctor, what he told me when he saw me, like I was so miserable. I went to him and I said, like, is there anything he can offer me? That was before I took the diclogis. I used to tell him, is there anything that he could offer me to make me feel better? Because I was just in my own world, you guys. I used to just stay in my room, do every single thing in my room. Like, I used to just throw up in my room, eat in my room, like change in my room. I didn't even want to get up to go to the bathroom and take a shower. That's how bad it was. Like, I was I was just ill, you guys. Okay, so I went to the doctor again and told him about how I was feeling still, and he was like, the only thing that I would suggest you to do to make you feel better is to terminate this pregnancy. I was like, what? To make you feel better, to make you like to be the same way as you were before, like if you wanna like feel better and start eating again. That's the only thing, because we've tried everything, nothing worked. So a lot of people have been terminated their pregnancy due to this sickness. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I will keep this going until I can't take it anymore, because I didn't ask for this. If you get pregnant, is because, like, if you weren't trying to get pregnant and it just happened just like that, is because, like, I believe that's God's will. Like, you can just go ahead and terminate the pregnancy. And mind you, I was about 2 months and a half when I was feeling that way. So my babies was already formed, and how could you even say something like that to me? I was just very upset about it. Up until this day, I'm still upset about it, because after he told me all these things, I was just so stressed. I used to go to my house and keep thinking about the pregnancy and stuff like that. And I guess that's how it works over here. Like, doctors just offer you to just terminate pregnancy. I was like 10 weeks when I started the Diclegis. I started feeling better. I believe I was 13 weeks. 13 weeks I started feeling better. I started to eat a little bit more, drank a little bit more, but I was still sick. But it's just that, like, I could just hold food down with the medicine. So I was very happy about that, because at first I couldn't eat anything. I would just stay in my room watching TV and not talk to anybody and not eat anything, not drinking water. I just used to just get treated with the IV treatment. That's it. So I was all happy when I started feeling better. I was like, finally, I'm saying bye to this sickness, to this HG sickness. And I felt like the Diclegis was just a lifesaver for me. And let me tell you, when I was on all these medications, I was very constipated, you guys. When I say constipated, I was just like going to the bathroom once a month. Once a month. I don't know if it's because I wasn't eating anything. I never had food inside of me. I don't know, but just once a month. And when I do go to the bathroom, it's just like horrible. Like, I would just sit there and nothing would come out. So it was just horrible. And the doctor, he didn't want to prescribe me anything more, because he said, like, when you're pregnant, you're supposed to be constipated. Like, and he believed it's because I wasn't eating. That's why I felt like this. Also, I used to get up to pee just one time a day. 1 or 2 times a day. That's how much I used to pee when I was pregnant. I heard when you're pregnant, you're supposed to pee more than before, but for me, it wasn't that case. I was just getting up to pee just one time a day, and that was about it. 1 or 2 times a day. So during this time of my pregnancy, I would thank God, because if he wasn't there for me, if I wasn't praying, I believe people die from this. Because when I tell you guys, I felt like I was dying. I'm gonna thank him for that, because he didn't take my life. Maybe he has other plans for me. And I will also thank my family, because they all were there for me during this time. And my boyfriend, he was there for me during, I thank God for him too, because the whole time of my pregnancy, he was such a good helper. He took care of every single thing that needed to be taken care of, and used to be there for me, feed me, telling me that everything would be okay, not to stress myself out, like everything would be okay. Until I reached my 16 weeks of pregnancy, this is when everything went from okay to worst. I'm not gonna say good, because it wasn't a good pregnancy at the beginning, but I'm gonna say like everything was okay to being worst. What I mean by that is